Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bifrost Workshop with the theme Developer Guide to Yield Maximalism. My name is Victor. I go online by ZXTim. I will be the one that walking you through this workshop. And today we will be, talking about what Bifrost is, what do we do, and how LST shape the native staking landscape at the moment. Things you can do with LST, and all the cool stuff, right? And we will for this workshop, at least the first one, the series, we will not have any coding specifically. I will walk over the higher level materials, information for you to kind of like form, like the deep understanding of what LST is. Then in, like let's say a couple more videos, we would, go deeper into the code, and then we work on a couple sub-little testnet kit, something that we're rolling out at the moment. All right. So for this presentation, there's a QR code that if you scan it, it will take you to a link to this presentation for you to be able to follow along, or just review the materials of the presentation if you want, and as along with when you watch this video. So let's get into the meat of everything, liquid staking fundamentals. So what is liquid staking? Right. So before we get into liquid staking, let's talk about traditional staking. Right. How staking, in terms of blockchain, from the perspective, how does that work? Right. So let's look at Polkadot. And for Polkadot, for you to be able to do staking to, so essentially Polkadot is one of the chain that runs proof of stake. So proof of stake in Polkadot works like this: you have these thing called nomination pools. So essentially, it's like groups of people pooling the voting power together to be able to vote on who's gonna be nominate the block. And that's the idea of nomination pool. Essentially, nomination, when you first start staking in Polkadot, you will be joining one of the nomination pool. Okay, it's run by various different groups, different projects on Polkadot that be running these pools. You join this pool, and then once you join one of these nomination pool, you will delegate your dot to the pool, and the pool will select nominator. Right, it can select one or two, or switching on this type of stuff. Essentially, we're switching. They can choose which nominator that they would be supporting. A nominator would be the one that proposed, act as a validator to pick and choose which block gets included. Right, these are nominator. This is the nominated proof of stake system as works on Polkadot. However, this system works super well. Of course, this system works super well, but then it has some, like a limitation, right? So in this case, you have your dot supposed to be staked. That means it will be locked for the next 28 days, which is the withdrawal queue on Polkadot. So it does take a while for you to be able to get your money out. If you need your money right away, right? Let's say you have, like 1,000 dot, you lock it in. You will not be able, if you need your money immediately, you're not gonna be able to get it. You have to wait 28 days for you to be able to take your dot out, right? You're not losing it. It's just the way the system works, right? However, now we'll get into this thing called Bifrost liquid staking system. So what's the cool thing about Bifrost liquid staking? It's very similarly to traditional staking, right? What you have, you in traditional staking, you go nomination pool, but for Bifrost, you will be delegating your dot into Bifrost protocol. So essentially, you are sending your dot over to Bifrost liquid staking module. So think about it's like a vault, right? We hold a dot for you, but in exchange, we give you back this representation of your dot, which is called V dot, right? And what happened is this Bifrost liquid staking module acts like a nomination pool, and we also pick and choose the nominator to be able to propose, to be able to select the validator that will propose a block for Polkadot, right? That's the way it works. So in Bifrost case, the best thing is because you have this V dot representation of your dot that allows you to be able to essentially do a lot of things. right? You essentially you have, let's say you locked in your 1,000 dot right now, right? And you get some amount v dot back. Let's say is you got 1,000 dot, you probably get back like 700 v dot, right? So this 700 v dot is a representation of your 1,000 dot, right? And we will get to the point like why is it 700 instead of why is it not 1 to 1, right? Because staking comes with rewards, and these rewards are baked into the v dot. So then you'll be able to enjoy nice you get some nice yield from it, right? Super great. So then you're not losing your yield or anything. It's exactly the same as traditional staking. Traditional staking Polkadot right now, you're getting anywhere from 11% to 15%, right? Bifrost liquid staking, practically the same, right? And actually on the higher end as well. All right, so I do have this, let's say it's a comparison chart between the differences between using a liquid staking protocol and a non-mission pool, right? So if using VDOT, which is Bifrost liquid staking protocol, your liquidity is unlocked all the time, right? You put your dot in, you get your VDOT back, boom, you still have representation of your liquidity. You can participate in DeFi. That means your capital efficiency is super high, right? Immensely high. You let's say you put 1,000 dot in, you get 700 v dot back. You take a 700 v dot, you go to a lending protocol, go to like a DEX pool, anything, right? You can use that. You cross chain as well, so you can go between different chains within a Polkadot ecosystem. You don't get stuck into one. And for Bifrost, we actually go to different ecosystems as well beyond Polkadot. You of course to retain 4 OpenGolf voting power retentions, right? We have a module allows you to vote with your VDOT, right? 4 voting power retention. Flexible redemption period. That means instant, right? Flexible means it could be instant or it could be longer, up to you, whichever you like, right? Because you're holding this VDOT representation, that means you can just swap directly into the pool and you get your dot out immediately, super fast. Or you can swap your VDOT to stable coin immediately, or any other coins you want, immediate, right? So that you can go in and out of your position super fast. Of course, it's decentralized and it's securing the chain. It's securing Polkadot for the ecosystem. So it's super nice thing, right? So and then on the other side, we have nomination pool, which locks your liquidity, right? Your liquidity is locked in for 28 days. And it's there, right? It's essentially dead liquidity. That means it's inefficient, very inefficient use of capital. There's only so much you can do with that, right? Stuck to one chain on Polkadot, is that of course, you will not be able to vote on OpenGolf because your dot is locked in, right? You have 28 days unlock period. Not super good. Takes a while. You need money immediately, right? You need your rent money. You need to buy something. Your money is locked, man. 28 days is a lot. Of course, it's decentralized. Of course, it's security chain because it's part of the Polkadot protocol. So it's super nice, right? All right, so that's a nice comparison, right? So now we get into this part, liquid staking token, right? Let's really understand what this liquid staking token is and why is it fundamentally better than native staking. For the first, and this is how the life cycle, what people use liquid staking token for, usually works. On right now, let's say for example you're having 10 dot right now, right? Which is day 0 in this the illustration. And you take your 10 dot, you go to the Bifrost liquid staking module, and you will get your 6.83 v dot back, right? This is the exchange rate. So you can put 10 dot in, you get back 6.83 v dot, right? Next thing you do, you can go to a parent chain like hydration, right? Go to hydration, you essentially bridge your 6.83 v dot over to hydration, and you join one of the LP pool over there, right? And these pool usually offer LP plus farm APR, which is 1% plus 9%, which is 10% at the time of when I write this presentation, it's about 10%. So basically, 365 days later, when you start taking your V dot out, you actually would take back 7.51 V dot, right? Which is is the 10% from a 6.83 V dot add into this one, 10%, and the APY of dot of sticking on Polkadot, let's say hypothetically is 15%, which was at the time I wrote this presentation. You get your 7.51 V dot, you exchange it, what you will get back is 12.48 dot, right? So you start out with 10 and you get back 12.48. And that's actually higher than just 15% because it's 10% extra that you are you farming it on hydration. So super nice, right? You get not only you get the staking yield, right? The protocol level staking yield, you're also getting DeFi yield. So that's yield on top of yield. It's pretty good. And the nice thing is, your liquidity is always open. You'll be able to get in and out of that position super fast. And the reason why, and here I guess I can get into this case right here. The reason why the exchange rate is like this is because if you were to do this 1-to-1, right? Let's say you get 10 dot and you get your 10 V dot back, right? So how do we handle the yield, right? The rewards that gets from staking. So what do we do with it? There's a lot of different ways to do it. However, the easiest way is to do this. Why? Because if you have this different, the other way you can do this is you take you put 10 dot in, you get 10 V dot back, and then over time your V dot will start appreciating. The amount will appreciate. Let's say it's like 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 V dot, everything. And then you can exchange 15 V dot back into 15 dot, for example. That's the 1-to-1 system, right? However, that system is not super friendly for DeFi protocol because it's hard to do accounting because the balance keeps changing, right? So then it's hard to do accounting and it's not efficient. So the easiest way is to bake that into an exchange rate. So then the amount of V dot you have will always stay the same. However, the value appreciates. That means once you exchange it back into dot, you actually get more in return, and the price appreciates. The exchange rate changes. That means V dot price versus stable coin also changes as well. So the market, all the dexes, everything is gonna level out the prices, and everything will works perfectly with the DeFi ecosystem. So which is the reason why the exchange rate works the way it is. Right. So what is Bifrost USP? Right. What is our unique selling point? You probably would have heard in liquid staking. You probably heard a system like Lido, Rocket Pool, notorious on the Ethereum ecosystem. But of course, the issues with Lido, Rocket Pool is that the lack of standardization of liquid staking tokens because they only support ETH. Right? They of course they decentralize 100%. They don't aggregate liquidity. Right? It's fragmented between different of course, they're not going to get dot liquid staking. Compared to Bifrost, we have Ethereum liquid staking token and also dot liquid staking token. Right? You're not going to be able to use that in governance. You would not. It's not a one-stop shop for you to stake any liquid staking tokens, right? If you want, imagine you work with you want to have Aster, right? Or you want to have Manta, which is also two L2s, two tokens active on two L2s right now on Ethereum. You're not going to have that options. You cannot set it as gas fee. You have limited utility, right? However, on the other side of Bifrost, our LC is standardized, right? All LCs share the same interface. It's decentralized, very similar to Lido Rocket Pool. We aggregate liquidity, right, with Bifrost protocol. So then super, you can swap more efficiently. A lot of things you can take action directly with Bifrost parachain, super efficient. Of course, for Bifrost, you retain full governance, and we take that very seriously. It's a one-stop shop for a bunch of different LSTs, so you just just all of them share the same interface. Super simple. You can set it as gas fee, especially on Parachain, on Bifrost Parachain. You can use any LST token as gas fee. Lots of utility, right? You can use that in DeFi ecosystem. You can use that in a lot of places. So super great. So you can see the unique selling point of Bifrost in for us is the ability to offer a lot of different LST for you to have big exposure to different LST essentially. So what is our positioning? Bifrost position itself to be this bridge, right, between the Ethereum ecosystem and Polkadot ecosystem and a bunch of other ecosystem as well. So we want to be this one-stop shop solutions for a bunch of ecosystem to be able to take advantage of our technical stack and be able to offer great liquid staking solutions to their users and also their developers, because you have shared interface, so it's very easy to integrate, very consistent to integrate as well. You go from different chains, everything very similar, so that you get familiar, you understand the risk, you understand like everything, right? You understand the risk profile of liquid staking tokens, everything, right? So it's great, right? Let's talk use cases. What are the use cases that we're talking here? I have like this one, which I super like, especially with the current climate of different ecosystem. Launching tokens is something is very attractive. So, for example, you can have this idea of a no loss tokens launchpad. What does that mean? Basically means that let's say you have UR right here, right? You put some dot into a launchpad vault. The vault can mint dot over to V dot using Bifrost liquid staking module, and then it will create the V dot rate for it to figure it out, your entry point, right? And then because the V dot has a yield baked into it, so what the launchpad vault could do is it will delegate this yield and continuously buy new tokens from the launchpad token creator, and using the yield. That means it's no loss because because at the end of the day, what you're gonna get out of this is, let's say like a year from now, right? You take your dot out, it's gonna be the same amount of dot. It's gonna be, like if you put in 10 dots, you're gonna get 10 dot out. The difference is now you will be able to have a bunch of extra token as well. So the risk is very low. You still, yes, you are taking, essentially there's an opportunity risk on your yield. However, because your yield is always relatively a lot smaller compared to your principal, so then this is a kind of low risk profile right here, right? For you to be able to take advantage, really supporting new creator, or enjoy a little bit of speculation. You might hit like a big run, right? Anyway, beside that idea, no loss token launchpad, I have I also put like a bunch of other ideas on this link right here. You can scan the QR code right here for you to be able to go to the GitHub, and you see a bunch of ideas on there. I wrote like a bunch, and you feel free to take inspiration from these ones. And what can Bifrost do to help you, right? So we have this thing called builder program, and you can see that right here with the link, right? You see the builder program right here. And with the Bifrost builder program, what do we do? What do we offer is we offer you grants and liquidity as well. So you can receive grants to build out your ideas using Bifrost liquid staking token, right? And go to market and touch on the community. We can also delegate some liquidity if you're building on some niche idea that requires some bootstrapping. So we can the treasury can extend and give you a little bit of liquidity for you to be able to build. We help you a lot. We will help you a lot with your community and marketing, 100%. Right? We have an intern account, right? And then the intern is gonna take your ideas and put that into blast it into all our community. Let everyone try it out. Especially you have a testnet version. People will try it out, have fun with it, and at no risk, right? Super nice. Of course, myself and all the people on the teams will always give you technical help, which is why we structure the program to be on GitHub. So you can always tag myself, and then if you need, all the code samples, everything is there, and it's very easy to communicate via code on GitHub. So that's the big reason why. It's a very all-inclusive program that helps you to do a lot of these things. You can scan the QR code and go over there and go on directly into the page that has built a program. It's right here, git.new build with Bifrost, and then you can start doing all the fun stuff, right? And take a look at the ideas. Throw out some proposal. If you want to ask questions, you can go to discussion section and just open a thread, and then it will tag me, and then I will answer the questions if you have any. And you can also see like a bunch of other proposals from other people as well. So that's like a great example for you to things that that gets funded right at the moment. Everything is super transparent, public, so you can always see it. Beside that, if you need help, especially on sharing and everything, you can go to x.com frostylst. This is our intern account. And the intern account's job is to promote you, right? Promote you, builder. So essentially, you go and you need some help, tag this account, or just DM the account like, hey, I need some help. Give me some help. Here's like the things I'm building. Here's check out proposal, everything. And most likely, the team already know what you're doing, so just share it. And we're happy to share it with the community. We have like tons of like followings and voices within the Polkadot ecosystem. And coming up is also will be the Ethereum ecosystem as well. So then you will be able to share and spread a lot of your touch on a lot of users, right? So yeah, cool, man. That's the that's it for the presentation for the workshops. Right? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.